We did chest and we did calves, beginning with the decline, so the lower portion of the pecs that I wanted to target today, and that's what we did on the decline hammer press. If you don't have one of those in your gym though, you can use a standard decline press either on a Smith machine or on a barbell, dumbbell, whatever, doesn't matter. So we did the principle of the 10 repetitions to begin with of our first set. And then came in the DTP Extreme, where we replicated the rest periods following the reps on the second set onwards, where we did 10 repetitions, rested for 10 seconds, and then we did 20, and then on the third set we did 10 repetitions, rested for 10, and then did our 20 reps, rested for 20, and finished with our 30. And that's what we followed through every single exercise following. So I'm telling you that so I don't have to repeat myself through all the other exercises. So on the decline, same as when you do an incline or anything like that, make sure your shoulders are retracted, so you don't bring your shoulders into the exercise that allows for assistance from them, because we're trying to isolate the pecs. So once we've done that, we moved on to an incline. So we've done a lower portion. Now I was really wanting to target underneath the clavicles. We did another hammer machine that was free motion, so I really could get a contraction at the top towards the inner pecs. But again, if you don't have this, you can use dumbbells, you know, incline dumbbell press. So we followed the same sort of principle there. In between every set, I was probably resting for about 2 minutes because of a larger muscle group. And I was making sure that I'm sticking the chest out. There's a couple of times where I was reaching failure before the reps, the rep guide, but I rest paused until I got to those reps. So you do the same. If you don't reach them, then rest pause. If you go over, you go past, don't stop, continue until you reach failure, and you know to adjust the weights the next time. Once we'd done that, I knew that I'd engorged the upper, middle and lower, because the middle portion of the pecs, you'll get a good crossover there, and a survival mechanism comes in where they're just trying to get through the exercise, so they will contract the middle portion of the pecs as well. And because I wanted to really target and focus and prioritize the lower pecs today, we finished on another lower pec movement, which is very similar to a cable crossover. So I very much doubt you'll have one of these crossover machines in your gym, the one that I was using. So use a cable crossover there to really target the lower pecs as well. Get a good contraction at the bottom. When you come up, make sure your elbows are always pointing up towards the ceiling, not behind you. I see that with so many people when they go heavy or when they reach failure, their elbows drop, the wrists go up. Make sure your elbows are up the whole time to really fire your lower pecs. Once we'd done that, chest was completed, so we had to go and work the gastrocnemius of the lower leg of the calf area. So we did the standing calf press, following the same sort of principles, just 3 sets there, you know, hitting the drop sets as well. And because it's a weight stack, it's a little bit easier to adjust there. So we were able to rest properly between those drop sets of replicating the reps with the seconds of rest. And then once we've done that, I'm having my post-workout shake now, talking to you before hitting the cardio now for 30 minutes. This evening, or when you do your second cardio, this is when you're going to perform your abs on a decline bench, I should say, and you're just going to go 5 sets just to absolute failure, just 5 straight sets to absolute failure, and resting for about 30 to 45 seconds between each set. It's a muscle group that recovers very easy, so you've got to keep engorging the blood into the area and the sarcoplasm, so just keep punching it and then perform your second cardio for this evening. But there's no need to take a pre or post workout shake with that. Just take your essential fat burners, you know, with the ingredients such as your L-carnitine and your green tea, and you know, make sure that you do take your free-form amino acids as well, you know, like your glutamine and your BCAAs, just because we are on a restricted calorie diet now, and you know, you're going to feel lethargy setting in. Like, I'm absolutely knackered today. I didn't sleep much, but I think it's because, you know, we've just jumped into this, doing double cardio sessions, restricting the calories with our workouts. You're probably going to feel knackered yourself as well. That's just the name of the game. There's no way around it. So I'm done for today. Tomorrow is an international rugby game that I cannot wait. My father's coming down to watch Wales versus Australia. We've got tickets to that game. but I'm still going to be here first thing in the morning doing my cardio, and you've got to come back because I got some tips for you as well. So I will see you tomorrow. Thank you.